Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Child, let me tell you. P-Valley Season 2, Episode 5. Ooh, it had me emotional, child, and I had to say, wait a minute, this is fiction, girl. This is fiction. But then again, we know how we get when things is what they is. Oh, no, not the babies. No, not the babies. No. If there ain't some slow singing and flower bringing on next week's episode, and Keyshawn is a single mother, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I refuse to believe it. Anyway, like I said, looking at my notes, child, looking at my notes. Had to make sure I had my notes. I was taking notes. I had to. Ooh, P-Valley, let me tell you. Some serious stuff on this episode. Some comedy on this episode. It had a bit of everything on this episode. We start off with Keyshawn on the road, and she's getting deals left and right. Come to find out it's stuff on the table. So Rome is, gathering her things slowly but surely. This tour, of course, everybody knows when you tour, that's how you make money. No matter of ticket sales, no matter what, a tour is a guarantee that some money will be in your pocket. I've been hearing that over the years by these entertainment stars. Touring is the best thing, right? So, they're out there touring, she dancing, and Lil Murda's rapping, and now it's her night. It's her specific time to shine. And this weave deal, lace front, I believe, seems like that's the thing that's popping, Everybody wearing lace fronts. Hey, get it. It's all good with me. Do it, get it, whatever. Anyway, so we see at the club, Jocelyn comes in, the legendary ball, okay? Reminds me of the Players Ball on Martin. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Jocelyn Hernandez comes in on chains, just, coming in from the back. And she giving shout outs to the legendary strippers. Miami Tip is there. We know her from Love and Hip Hop Miami and T.I. fame. And we have Jessica Dime, who I think started off in Atlanta, originally from Memphis, and that's where they at. They in Memphis right now. And then they got some chick named Gigi McGuire. Never heard of her. However, I never heard of most of these girls, but I do know of Jessica Dime and Miami Tip from TV. Anywho, Jessica Dime is married now, got a kid or two. So, it's all good with her. She married her high school sweetheart or a guy she knew. He played football also, so they, hooked up and they living their life the way they want to. Good for them. And we going to do it like it's my B-Day because that's how they introduced Mississippi. That's how Jocelyn did it. She had a little, 8-count stripper move on the pole and everything, showed us her body. She had a string, something, child. She might as well have been naked. No complaint. I'm just saying, just describing what she had on, right? Some metallic number, right? Anyway, it was cute. It was cute. She looked great, of course. Yeah, so they just, go off into a tangent, and the show is, as just a quick disclaimer or reminder, the show flips back and forth a lot between present day and then meaning how she met Derek, which was some high school drill team cheerleading situation. And Gidget was there instructing. So maybe she's a year older. I don't know, but they seem to be all the same age. So the three of them came up from high school, and at first, Gidget wasn't with it, trying to warn Keyshawn, but Keyshawn was like, I'm gonna do my thing. Plus, the home life wasn't shit. She was not being favored by the stepmother, Hey, but it was, typical stuff. Stepmother had 2 kids by the dad. So, wow. Interesting how they tied in all of that, showing how the esteem of Mississippi is and who and where she comes from. There have been some flippants back and forth, even as, that age, whatever that age is, whether it was 17, 18, 16, whatever. The last year in high school, I believe, was where they picked up, where she met Derek, and he was spotting for the girls on the team. It was real interesting because he came to her defense, and at one point showing how brave he was in front of everybody. They were, just bantering back and forth, and Keyshawn and this other high school kid on the football team, he started ragging on her, talking about she needs to stay out of this. Well, first of all, she wouldn't talk to him. She wouldn't give him her name. She wouldn't respond. She just ignored him. Played like a shy girl, more so than poof, be gone. She wasn't doing that. She just was like awkward and just not responding. So he ended up insulting her, telling her her skin was too dark to be out in the sun, and she, and all these little stupid stuff. And that's when Derek came over, defended her, ended up fighting. The boy spit on him. I don't blame. Hey, I've already said it in videos prior. Ain't no way you gonna spit on me and keep your teeth. Ain't no way you gonna need to see a dentist and possibly a bone specialist for the face. Yeah, I'm not that type. Hey, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But you cannot do that on me, because the comeback is physical. You started physical, so now I have to defend myself physically. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's how I see it now. Hey, if I'm wrong, correct me. Get down in the comments. Let me know what's up. Shoot me an IG at All Day Ray Ray, however you want to do it. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe I'm correct. What else going on my notes? Yeah, he's showing off and, beat up the boy and beat him bad too. His friends and everybody, the whole community came over there trying to help his friend. Derek beat their behind while Keyshawn just sat there on the bench in awe and stood up like, oh no, Lord. But hey, we've all had a damsel in distress rescued by the Prince Charming. Oh, it feels so good. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Mm-hmm. Especially when we was in the when we were the victim. Me and Keyshawn were victims. Okay, and I mean just like that, Prince Charming showed up and addressed it with more than one person. I'm just saying, it was, it felt good. It felt good. Then had no more problem after that. All I know is, ain't nothing like a knight in shining armor, no matter what the color. Mine was dark, hers was white. Nonetheless, our honor was appreciated and expounded upon to be respected at all times, or you will get this. And that's all I'm that I seem like that's the only thing I'm with Derek on. Cause as we move on with my notes, what was next? Yeah, Jocelyn coming in, they doing their thing at the thing. Okay, so yeah, they go back and they, yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. Whip some ass for it. Yeah, so whip some ass for her, So at home, Keisha is reminded of the wicked stepmother, that there are three girls in the house, not two, that she's helping to raise because, the mom is, stepmom rather, is going over all the things that are going on and how much of, somewhat of a burden it is with all of this going on, and just kind of just didn't even think about including Keyshawn in the mix. So Keyshawn had to remind her, you're taking care of three, not just two. So Keyshawn doing hair, come to find out she accidentally burns off the ponytail, which was the bangy part of one of the girls who had the long hair, like longer than Kenya Moore length, like maybe 30 inches. So, she was like, oh, her pride and glory. How could you? How dare you? Get out of here. Like, dang, that's messed up, ain't it? She's, I understand, like, what the hell? But unless you got some hate in your heart, see, hate in her heart made her react like that. There's a certain, disposition and temperament you should have with people. If you didn't mean it that way, it should not have come off that way. So instead of lying, just say, I felt, upset with you already because such and such. See, that's how you build growth. No matter what the age of the person you are talking to, if they are old enough to receive the bullshit, they are old enough to receive correction of the bullshit. Hey, hey, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. But that's how I see it. What else on my notes? Let's see. Sharon, yeah, we could say mother. Sister Alicia. She's the one that's the pride and glory of all the three girls, and she's the best at everything. And she shows up Keyshawn at a cheerleading competition tryout situation, kind of wins that spot, and all the guys want to date her, and she's like that girl. So like, okay, cool. And she knows it. Okay. So anyway, um, next thing you know, we see Keyshawn coming home from school. It's raining, and next thing you know, you see Derek pulling up, and he's like, "Hey, you want to ride home?" And she's like, "What if I don't want to go home?" So they end up at this restaurant eating fries and milkshakes, and doing what kids do. And child, guess who the waitress? Mm. Guess who the waitress? Girl, Patrice Woodbine, child. Ooh. Go on, Patrice Woodbine, reminding him of, is this a date? And you better be paying. You know how Patrice Woodbine is. You know how Patrice Woodbine is. reminding her that he got it. Girl, he got it. Period. He got it. Don't you be paying for no man. Come to find out, she ended up doing it. Okay, Keyshawn. Ooh, child. So anyway, has a fight. Yeah, so we got the girls getting ready for dance, and there happens to be two different dances going on. The white kids are having a special something called mistletoe flow dance or something, and something about a mistletoe in the name, child, whatever. And the rest of the school, pretty much the black kids, everybody who ain't the white kids, and some white kids too, those who are non-discriminatory, non-racist, I guess. Um, they're having just a regular dance. But it's a fancy, it's like a formal for Christmas time. Anywho, so Keyshawn is in her pajamas helping to take pictures and eating ice cream, and hair ain't done, and while everybody else is looking like it's the night of the town, and so they get a ring of the doorbell, and guess who? It's Derek with some custom made, custom fit everything for Keyshawn to go with for him to take her to where he's going at the Snooty Fox. Not the Snooty Fox that we know. I'm saying the Snooty Foxes, ball. What's they call it? The mistletoe flow ball or whatever it's called. Child, but she was the belle of the ball. Blue is her color. And when she came back after a night of passion that she should not have had, child. Anyway, the wicked stepmother reminds her, be careful of being a Barbie doll. You can easily be replaced as you often are. So that's that on that. What else we got? So we flash back to current, back in 2022. Mississippi, and then made all the money, child, that night, with all the what they call it at the Legends Ball. She probably made $1 million because it ain't too far fetched for a girl to make $1 million at those types of places. So she probably did, bringing back a big ass bag, a big enough bag to girl, that's a big enough bag to start over. Oh, thank you. Remember that man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we back in 2022. Mississippi made all the money, child, but a flashback again to how it all started. And he choking her out, and she pregnant, and they both talking edge to each other. And then he promises not to do it again. She tries to go home, and the wicked stepmother's like, "No, you made your bed. Don't lie in it. No, I can't help you. Bye." Dang. The girl is pregnant, getting choked out, and this is what has she done that would make you not want to help that situation? That's all I'm saying. It's just, there's a whew, that's harsh. That's just obvious. She never wanted the girl no way. Ooh, child. I wonder whatever happened to her. I hope they expound on what happened to Alicia and the other sister. I forgot the other sister's name. Anyway, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, she made all the money. There. Oh, yeah. But, oh, girl. Mississippi is again present day, and she got to go see Rome. She really, is trying to see what's going on. And Rome, he tried, and take it from her. You know what it is. And so, she had to fight him off and everything. And it was just, she found out he's just trying to run game, and she ended up trying to bang on the door. And then it flashed back again to that specific time I mentioned when she was banging on the door and the stepmom wouldn't let her in. It's raining and she wet and about to, only has on the same nightgown she had on inside the house. She just ran out the house with nothing. So she came back to the house and it was full of flowers everywhere. There was just a sea of flowers, and he came back crying to her and told me it'll never happen again. I swear, I don't know. And now I'm not gonna be like my dad and yada yada yada. And she crying like, yeah, I know, baby, I know. But some in her face is, yeah, I know. It's not really an actual acceptance, more like a pacification. Ooh, pacification? Is that a word? Pacifying the situation, but yeah, it don't look good. What my notes say? It don't look good, child. Don't look good. So yeah, trying to get some, and anyway, so she flashes back to present, and luckily she shows up at Wodie's, and that's the door she was banging on when she finally escaped Rome. Knocking him out, and everything. I'm like, why can't she do this with the husband? I mean, I know. I don't know, child. I don't know. Anyway, so just right before he tried to take it, he did, try to bribe her. Child, talking about, I know that so and so, is gay or like dudes because I got him on video. Showed a video of Tink and Lil Murder in the hotel room. So he set him up. He gave him the hotel tickets, knowing that he gonna put them two in the same room and knowing that something's gonna happen. So anyway, he had a video there, and he got it on his phone and showed Mississippi, and that's what she told Wodie. And child, that's all it took. So next thing you know, child, Wodie ends up finding Rome. Child, Rome is having some kind of excuse me, some kind of Pornhub party of some sort, child. It was so crazy. But it was one thing I forgot to mention. I almost forgot to mention. When Mississippi came home from off the tour, after all that mess had happened with Rome trying to take it and telling her that ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing popping, woo to woo, and and she found out he was just trying to get some and telling Wodie, and she went home. Like she said, I'm going home. I'm not staying for no more of this tour. She going home. She made a bag, obviously, and she's going home. Okay, she's going home. She's going home. She's going home. So Wodie got the picture. So he started cooking up this scheme to find Rome, which is great, good, googly moogly. So anyway, Mississippi make it home, and her son is doing too well. She's taking him to the doctor. Come to find out, he got a dislocated elbow and bruise on his body. And she confronts Derek when she gets back to the house. How she left there, I don't know. What excuse she gave the clinic when they saw this, I don't know. Um, hmm. Anyway, I don't know. So she confronts Derek when she gets back to the house, puts the baby in the room. The little boy tells him, "I just hit me. Don't hit my children." Excuse me? What? Huh? Um. Hmm. So they go back and forth, and he ends up trying to put a burner face with the iron because he got something to do, hopefully to make some money for the house. And she's telling him anywhere but my face, just anywhere but my face. And I'm like, girl, what? Now, thinking back, there was a scene where Keyshawn was in her room at the house, still going to high school, and the dad had an argument with, I don't know if it was her dad having an argument. I couldn't really tell who was yelling. Most likely it was the stepmother yelling, and but maybe most likely it was with the dad, but I don't think I heard any DV or anything like that. I just know I don't know who she heard, but there was another moment where her sister Alicia was uncomfortable that her dad was, um, in the picture and holding her in that manner. So I don't, I don't know what's going on over there. It's a good enough reason to just leave and cling to another horrible situation that at least this not happening to me type of mindset. Maybe that's what it is. I'm really trying to understand the psyche of it all. I haven't found that yet, or maybe I just haven't recognized it, but I'm starting to sense that's what it is. At least it's like Mississippi is putting on severity of the bullshit that's happening around her and to her sister, possibly to her sister, and definitely to her, and possibly to her stepmother. All these different things, whatever the situation is, it's ranked in severity as to what she would not do, and whatever she's going through is not as bad as what someone else is going through. Maybe that's it. Because a lot of us put severity on the same situation. One, what, like that saying, what one won't, another will. There you go. Anyway, what else? So yeah, Wody ends up finding Rome at this Pornhub meeting of the minds. Child, it was just porn, and it's a big old orgy, and just it just out in the open, behind closed door, just everywhere that they can find a spot. Okay, we in here screwing, so just find a spot. Child. Anyway, so yeah, he ends up finding Rome and tell him he got some good smoke with him, some coke, I think, with him, some Coca-Cola type stuff, and Rome was like, "Why don't you hit it first?" Trying to make sure it ain't something crazy. So Wally lay it down, sniffs somewhere else, and lets Rome think it's all good, and it's not. Actually, Wody is asking him questions, ends up, by the time it starts to kick in kind of bad, Rome knows that he needs that video of Tink and Lil Murder. And so it worked. Wody got what he needed, and Rome is gone. But I think for a lot more reasons than just protecting his artists. That's the number one reason. The other reason is what he did to Keyshawn. And he seems like more of a stand-up guy than anything else. So, bye, Rome. See you later. I guess maybe not. Ooh, that's all. That's my notes, y'all. That's my notes. That was P-Valley. I'll need to see some slow singing and flower bringing. Next episode, Dag Nabbit, for that fool Derek. Because what he ain't going to do is keep hurting the baby, and I'm going to watch it. Dag Nabbit. Ooh, I hate stuff like that. I wish they wouldn't put that stuff on. I really do. Just keep it on the adults. But I'm just shocked that they left that baby at that clinic like that if they're supposed to be portraying real life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's just me. Rambling. Not rambling too hard. I hope not. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I think this was a cute little discussion, a cute little talking point. Protect yours at all times. Protect it at all times. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate you. Thanks.